Hello everyone. The next topic I want to teach you is web security and optimization under WordPress security, guys, because you have to keep in mind your website is like your online property. Okay, so you have to keep it as secure as possible. So coming to best practices, guys, there are certain plugins I highly recommend for you to install to keep your website safe. So the first plugin I recommend is Loginizer. Okay, you might have already installed this plugin while installing WordPress only. Mine is already installed under plugins, install plugins. Loginizer is already there. Okay, if you have not installed, if you want to install it now, you can install. Just click on add new plugin, search for Loginizer. Okay, and just install and activate, guys. This one, 1 million active installs by Saftaculous. This is the plugin. So what this plugin does is, for example, I log out. Okay, now is a username, I'll just put something else, and password I put, and I log in. Now see what happens. It says 2 attempts left. Afterwards, I have to wait for 15 minutes. If you don't keep this plugin, they can keep on trying multiple combinations of username and passwords and keep on logging in. I log in because I've saved my password. So this is what it does. And I highly recommend to use this plugin. Just go to plugins, add new and install it. If you don't want, if you're not a person who wants to save passwords and you don't want to remember it, please don't install that plugin. But I personally install this plugin for every website. Second plugin is, guys, is WordFence. It's kind of like a gold standard for WordPress security. So again, everyone go to plugins, add new. Here, search for a plugin called WordFence, WordFence, WordFence. And this is the plugin, guys, by WordFence. 5 million plus active installations, last updated 4 days ago. Excellent plugin, guys, highly recommended. So there's a button called install now here. I click on it, and there itself you get a button called activate. Once you activate, guys, you have to go through the setup process. It will be redirected to your next step. Okay. Let me come to this step and wait. Okay. I want you to pause the video and try installing right now, guys. Now, guys, we need to get a license key now. There's a button called get your license key option here. So you need to click on this option, and it will redirect to your this page. I don't recommend anyone to buy any of these plugins at any cost. Go with the free one. That's more than sufficient. Earlier, it was not asking this also. Now they made a just new gimmick just to show their paid versions. Not required. Just click on this button called get free license. And again, are you sure? Do you want delayed protection? Just blah, blah stuff, guys. Don't listen to any of these things. Go with this button. Don't go with this one. Again, it'll ask you to buy. Click on this one. I'm okay to wait 30 days production from the new threads. Trust me on this. This is more than sufficient. So I click on this. And this is where you need to put your Gmail. So I'll put digitalmonk.co@gmail.com, which I had earlier email. You can put your Gmail here, guys. Would you like to receive WordPress vulnerability alerts? Definitely yes. And agree with the terms and conditions, guys. Okay, this is one of the very few lists I highly recommend you to subscribe to. So you can put your Gmail and you click register. Now we have to verify the mail now, okay, to get the license key. So just processing. And can you see, check your email, guys. So all I have to do is open my new tab and just go to your mail. And there should be a mail from WordFence. Can you see? There's a mail from WordFence, new user registration. Okay, I'll tell you what to do next. Pause the video right now, guys. Just verify your email and come to this step, please. Guys, as you can see here, this is the mail. My bad. I just talked this one, guys. You should be getting a mail from WordFence, not WordPress. WordFence, it says your WordFence license, it says, click on it. And you can directly copy this license key, or better, there's an easy version. There's an option called install my license key automatically. So I want everyone to click on this option, guys. And once you click in the mail, it will redirect to your WordPress dashboard. Just check it out, where the license key will be automatically filled. All you need to do right now is click on this button, install license. And that's pretty much it, guys. You don't have to literally do anything at all. Okay. So just click install license now. And can you see here, free license has been installed, and go to dashboard. I click on go to dashboard and I come back to the dashboard of this, guys. Okay. I want everyone to come to this step now. All right, guys, they just see your dashboard. You can click next, next, next. Okay. All these things are fine. And if you scroll up, there is a text here. Do you want WordFence to stay up to date automatically? You need to click on this button, guys. Okay, yes, enable auto update, highly recommended. So you don't have to ever update this plugin. Whenever there's a new update, it automatically updates itself. Okay. And again, no need to configure anything, guys. Just click dismiss, and this works completely fine. You don't have to do anything else. Okay. So if you want to scan, just like antivirus, this is also having a scan option. It does scan all the files and finds any malicious things in your website. It will show here under scan. WordFence, scan. I click on scan. So I'll just close the pop-up here, and there's a button called Start a New Scan. And what it will does, guys, it will take some time for sure. It will scan your entire website, okay, and check anything wrong in your website, any malicious scripts or files are there. It will scan and clear it out. Okay, so you honestly, it's a new website, new theme, new hosting. Should not cause any issues. As you can see, it's being scanned as we speak. So this is one thing, guys. And second thing is every time you log out and log in, okay, to your registered email, you'll be getting a mail saying that someone has logged into your website. Okay. So that is what one more thing that it does. Okay. What WordFence does is every time if you log out and log in, okay, and any plugins, sometimes it automatically updates or any Trojan files will deactivate and remove all by itself. You don't have to literally do anything. One of the best plugins for WordFence is this. Honestly, scan is not required. I just taught you how to scan it. I'll just click stop scan for now. Okay, so this is aspect of it, guys. Okay, this is one plugin I highly recommend. So the next plugin I recommend is for WordPress security is a plugin called WPS Hide. Now the reason is, guys, so what this plugin does is it changes the login URL of the website. Okay, so for example, I'll just go back to dashboard and let me do one thing. Let me log out. I'll just close off this tab because I already am here. Just refresh here because it's already done. So now, for example, I log out of the website. Okay. Now I want to log in back. Okay. So usually once you first type the website address, okay, and the end of the address you type what /wp-admin, right? And I click enter. So this is the default login URL. WP-admin is for literally every website. Okay, any WordPress website. So what happens is that gives an opportunity for people to come here and try some easy. Some people know they put username as admin and password as pass. They keep like this. If you keep like this, no, sometimes if you know the login URL, just directly come and log in and access your website. For that reason, you can even change the login URL also, WP admin also, to anything you want. But be very careful. If you forget what is the username that you gave, you might not be able to log in. Okay, so be very careful. So I'll teach you the steps, how it works and everything. So I go to plugins, add new. Okay, so here I search for a plugin called WPS Hide. Okay, so I come here, WPS Hide, and I find this plugin, guys. WPS Hide, 1 million active installs, last updated 2 months ago. Excellent plugin, and I use it. I use it for literally every website. So I click install here, and there's a button called activate. Now, by installing and activating this plugin, guys, okay, so you have already changed the login URL to login now. It's /login by just installing that plugin. Okay, WPS login. So if you want to access the settings, you have to go to left side settings, and at the last option, you find this plugin, WPS hide login. I repeat, under settings, WPS hide login. I click on this and I come here. Can you see the default login has been changed now? By just installing the plugin, it has changed from WP admin to the word login. Now here you can put any word, but I recommend you take a photo immediately of what word you want to give. So I recommend you give something simple, something that you can never forget. Maybe your name, maybe your nickname or your favorite bike, car, food, something that you never forget. Maybe your pet name. Okay, go with that. Okay, so give something that you don't forget. Okay, maybe a favorite cartoon. Okay, so give something that you don't forget, guys. For example, I give here, for example, I don't know, Batman. Okay, that's my favorite cartoon. So I just put /Batman. So I just put Batman and I click on save changes. And that's it, guys. The WP admin will not work anymore. I have to put /Batman to make this remember. So now what I do, I log out now. First, just to show you the steps, how it works now. I log out, but you cannot be in this page and say, sir, I'm able to log in. First, you need to remove the URL. Remove the URL, come to the website. And now if I type / as usual, WP-admin, it won't work. Check it out. Okay, can you see it says 404 error? This page doesn't seem to exist. What you can do is you can remove that and type again, this time with the word which you changed it to. Okay, but again, I recommend keep it all lower caps, keep it something simple. Don't make it like a password. If you forget that, you cannot log in. It will be very difficult to log in. So that's the reason. Be very careful when you use this plugin. Okay, give something that you don't forget. So I gave Batman here, and now I'm able to log in, guys. And then, so it's kind of like two authentication. So you have to know the login URL and then username and password, and then log in to your website. Then they'll be able to do it. Hope you are very clear with it. So I want you to pause the video and try installing that plugin, guys. WPS hide. Okay, and give it a try. All right, guys, the next other best practices I recommend I want you to keep in mind is, First one is always use original themes and plugins, guys. Please be very, very careful. I see lot of people using cracked themes and plugins and they say my website got hacked. That is more common than you think. You should never install cracked themes and plugins. For example, you're using Breezy, right? We give you the original license key. If you want, you can buy the crack version. You can type Breezy crack and you can download all this Breezy cracked software, guys. Okay, where you can download the cracked plugin, and what happens is these plugins will have some malicious scripts in them that will take over your website and that say this website has been hacked and like all those things. They deploy websites that you don't know about, so be very careful. So don't search. For example, you want Elementor, you type Elementor crack. I never recommend any GPL license. There's something called general public license that is also not recommended. Always buy from the original developers. Okay, like where Elementor or Breezy, since we bought it from the original website, we are giving it to you. That shows that's completely original and you get updates also. These plugins will never get updates, by the way. Okay, next thing is, guys, keep all the themes and plugins up to date. From time to time, guys, right now you don't see updates. What time to time under plugins, we'll be showing you in the future videos. Whenever there's an update, the first thing I do is I log in and I'll be updating the theme, updating the plugins. So always keep all the themes and plugins up to date and don't install unknown or not actively developed plugins. There are plugins, guys, for example, that are not actively developed. It was like 6 months ago, 1 year ago, which has like 300, 500 active installs. At that time, please don't install them. Okay, most of the time, guys, plugin is the one that causes a vulnerability for your website to get hacked. So always use popular plugins and themes only. Make sure you update everything, okay, regularly. Don't install cracked themes or plugins. And the most important one, take regular backups. In the previous videos, I've told you how to take regular backups. Okay. And the next one, guys, keep strong usernames and passwords. So don't keep weak passwords, guys. I see some people giving password like 123 QWERTY, just simple things. Don't use them as passwords because those are commonly found passwords that gets easily hacked. Always come up with lengthy passwords. Okay. Now, good thing is WordPress directly generates passwords for you, but you don't have to remember them. You can save it to your browser right away. So I'll show you. I already taught you how to change the password. If you want to change, guys, you can click on here. Just go to profile, edit profile. You come to this page. You scroll down. There's a button called new password. I don't want to. I'll not be updating, so I'll keep the old password only. So you can click on new password. You can see this. It generates super long passwords like this. You need to copy them and save it to your browser here. That's all. Just log out and log in with this, put the new password, and it's asked you to update the password. Just click update and it's done. Okay. Now, if I click update, it will get this new password will be applicable. I don't want to do that. So I'll be refreshing. Okay. So this is one thing I highly recommend, guys. Always keep strong username and passwords, lengthy usernames and passwords, always safer. Okay. Next one, make sure your website has SSL. SSL stands for Secure Sockets Layer, that lock symbol that you see. Okay, usually you see that lock symbol. Now it's under the section it's coming. Can you see a site is connection is secure? Highly recommended, and most of the hosting companies gives it for free. Okay, so this is one more thing I highly recommend everyone to keep in mind, guys, having an SSL. So or else it will show not secure. And usually SEO also is not that good. Again, companies like Google and all don't push websites that doesn't have SSL. Okay. And I think that's pretty much it, guys. Okay. Keep strong username and passwords. Make your website secure. Make sure you have SSL. So these are few things, guys, to keep in mind. Okay. And again, make sure you get high quality customer support of your hosting. Don't buy any local companies that you have never heard of. There are so many companies sometimes you get by SMS and email with big names, big plans at very low cost. These companies might not have original customer support. They might be providing very less customer support. They won't pick your call because certain times if it goes wrong, now your hosting companies will be much smarter to fix that issues. Okay. So make sure you're using only high quality hosting. HostGator is good. Namecheap is good. Whatever hosting I've recommended are excellent. Okay. Make sure they have high quality customer support and they have excellent infrastructure and security practices in place. Okay. So these are few things I want to talk about in terms of WordPress security, guys. And in the next video, we'll talk about how to add live chat and push notification to your website.